This briefing provides safe and efficient arrival and landing procedures. When 15 nautical miles from the airport, determine the active runway. Tune the radio to the ATIS or listen to the Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, better known as CTAF.
Marsden Tower information, Foxtrot 1250 Zulu. Wind 330 at 8, gust 16, visibility 15. Sky clear. Temperature 18, dew point 3, altimeter 3018. Visual approach, runway 5 in use. Advise on initial contact you have information, Foxtrot.
Visualize the active runway. Superimpose the active runway on your directional gyro. Perform the before landing checklists. Set the altimeter. Pilot and passenger seatbacks in the most upright positions. Seats and seatbelts secured and locked. Fuel selector valve in both. Mixture rich. Landing and taxi lights on. And autopilot off if installed. When 10 nautical miles from the airport, contact the tower, state your position, altitude, intentions, and include you have current ATIS information. For example, Morristown Tower, Cessna 347 Sierra Papa, 10 miles to the northwest at 2,000 feet, inbound for landing with information Foxtrot. Establish pattern altitude at least 2 nautical miles from the airport. Maneuver the airplane to allow a 45-degree entry into the traffic pattern at the midpoint of the downwind leg. When a half to 1 mile from the active runway, turn the airplane onto the downwind leg and slow the aircraft to 90 knots by setting the engine speed to 2,000 RPM. At the abeam point of intended landing, reduce the power to 1,500 RPM. Set flaps to 10 degrees. Slow the aircraft to 85 knots and check the mixture is full rich. Begin a 500 foot per minute descent by pitching the nose downward. Adjust power to maintain 85 knots and trim to relieve control pressure. When the touchdown point is 45 degrees behind the wing of the airplane, turn onto the base leg. This is the key position. Ask yourself, am I high, low, fast, or slow? Set the flaps to 20 degrees. Note, the airspeed indication must be within the white arc prior to extending the flaps 20 degrees. Maintain a stable 500 foot per minute descent at 75 knots while on the base leg. Scan for traffic that may be flying a straight-in approach or on a 45-degree entry. While continuing on a 500 foot per minute descent, turn the aircraft onto final approach, align with the center line of the runway, and extend the flaps 30 degrees. Once the aircraft is established on final approach, recite centerline, aim point, power for 65 knots. Make power and pitch adjustments to achieve the desired glide path. After passing the numbers, begin the round out. Pitch to a level attitude, about 1 wingspan above the ground. Focus on the trees at the end of the runway. Pull the power back to idle. The key to landing is in your eyes. An example of poor technique is focusing too close to the nose of the aircraft instead of looking all the way down the runway at the trees. As the airplane begins to settle, ease the nose upward about 7 degrees for a natural flare. Touch down on the main wheels first, then lower the nose gently. Use minimum braking to slow the aircraft down.